Hey, what's going on, everybody? You got Cody Ashmore with you, and today is November 10th. And I thought I'd start this video by saying happy 248th birthday, Marines, and Semper Fi. Sounds super, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds cheesy when I say that. Even as a Marine saying that, sounds cheesy saying that, but nonetheless, happy birthday to all you devil dogs out there. All right, so in today's video, I have covered, I'll bring this over here. So I need to cover basically the trades done from Wednesday to now. So here is, if you're curious about what I did on Monday, here's Monday's trade, here's Tuesday trade, and then I've been a little busy. So today I'm going to cover Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's trades that we all did in the small account mentorship, obviously at Simpler Trading. And the streak is still alive. The streak is not dead. So if you're unfamiliar with the way I trade, I do have too many tools in my pocket, too many setups I trade, too many things I watch for. And I noticed I was being stretched a little thin. So last October, I was like, okay, I'm going to strictly focus on what I do in terms of 0 days to expiration trades, basically day trades or short-term overnight trades. And this is the results, and it's all based off of price action, really. So here's, since deciding to go through this exercise to see where I needed to focus to recalibrate myself, you can see I had 3 losing days mid last October, and then still haven't had one yet. And this is going small size. I'm about to ramp it up to, I want to fill out November, finish this, and then after November, I'll hit it harder in December with larger position size. But the streak is still alive. So on Wednesday, we made a $475 profit. I wouldn't say I say I did because position size is the variable there. Depending on how big a size you did, you can make more, you can make less. Nonetheless, the setup is valid. So yeah, we'll cover Wednesday. Thursday, we did a put calendar spread, and today we actually shorted the market, and believe it or not, made our profit, and the market is up almost 1.5%, which is kind of funny. But it really shows how you can still profit on the setup, lock it up, and be out of the way. So I'll get that out of there, and I'll show you all the fills, because there's always the question of, is it real, is it not? Thankfully, on Tastyworks, you cannot paper trade and show fake trades or fake orders, so here you go. Here's the real thing. And you can see on the 7th, so that would be Wednesday, we did an iron fly, scalped $1. We also did an overnight trade. This is the closing order, but we did it overnight, so that's why the other order isn't there. And actually, you know what? I think this was covered. This is where I did or I was just scalping premium, is what I said. So this was covered. The only ones I need to cover is, here's another one where we did an overnight iron fly, collecting some premium. Took in about, I think it was 25% of the profit here. And then yesterday we did a put calendar, got in for 560, locked it up for $7, so that's $110 per contract. And today we actually did an ES 4380, 4390 call credit spread, got in for 455, and we locked it up at 50%. So to really break it all down is, okay, I already covered these trades, so I don't need to cover that. I thought I needed to cover again, but no, I did do that one. And then so for here, the next one would be, let me calculate it here. This is $475 locked up there, and that's these trades. And then this one is 440. That is supposed to be a dollar sign. And then here's the one we did today, which was only $337, which I'm cool with, to be quite honest. So all in all, for the week, I am up just for the week almost $2,300 going in a small position sizing. So let's go ahead and talk about the trades as far as what we did. But here are the fills and everything we did. So let's back it up. We'll go to Wednesday, which was the 8th. So we'll go to the 8th. Okay, so the 8th is when we did the overnight iron fly, you see we got in for for $19.50 and locked it up for 25% of the credit shortly after the open. Now, as far as how and why this particular trade was really just looking for the market to oscillate near 4,400. And I'll pull up ES here and show you the setup. So, we have our parameters as far as like news, where's the market at, things like that. And I'm going to narrow it into a 1 hour chart. So if we go to Wednesday, I want to crunch this here. So this is why I was thinking sideways action on Wednesday. So Wednesday, you look right here, you see how it was. We rallied up and bounced around here, got congested, we came back down, found support. We're right back at that box, and on Wednesday, I was looking for price to bounce around 4,400. And that's exactly what happened. In hindsight, I obviously could have held on for much more than $1, but these trades, and the real reason I'm finding a lot of consistency right now is because I'm not looking to be right. I'm looking to make some profit, lock it up, and get out of the way. And that's exactly what happened. So if we go over here to Wednesday, and you can see, let's actually pull up the order. So we put on 4,400, we put it on the 11th and closed it on the 8th. So let's look where the market was at that time, roughly 7 o'clock p.m., shortly after the open. So moving on over Wednesday, it's about right here. So, okay, so the market spiked up and then it's about right here. I'm going to zoom in. So Wednesday, and then we put it on right here. And then as price bounced around a little bit, and then we ended up locking it up for $1. in a nutshell, so like how and why did I look to do this particular trade? Well, really, because we rallied up into the zone. I was looking for sideways action heading into the next day, and that's exactly what unfolded, and we took that quick win. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I was just looking for sideways action, entered the trade overnight, and then that theta decay occurred, and then closed it. I mean, to me, that's pretty straightforward. If it does not make sense, please feel free to ask a question below in the comment section. I'll love to give you your answer. But for me, it was rallied up into resistance, looking for sideways action into the morning, and that's what happened. All right, so we'll continue on into the 9th, which was yesterday. So if we go to the 9th, which is right here. So we did a put calendar. This one I'll probably talk about a little bit more in detail as far as like why a put calendar, and we got it out for $1.10 of credit or profit in the trade. So that's $110 per position, and in my case, it was a total of 440 bucks. So I was actually looking short. Now, why was I looking short? So I remember this particularly yesterday. So I was looking at ES is what triggered me into the SPX trade. So there was, as we're up here at this zone, market is extended. We're up here in this resistance zone. Whenever this candle made a big red candle, I was all right. That's a big bearish candle breaking below the 50. I'm going to target 43.65 on SPX. So if you look over here, you see it's I'm short the 43.65 put for November 9th, which is the day expiring, and then I was long the November 10th 43.65 put. So if I was to take a step back and show you exactly what a put calendar looks like on the risk graph, let's see if it shows. It probably won't because it expired yesterday. Okay, it won't. All right, so what a put calendar looks like is it looks like this. Okay, and the reason it looks like this and what usually happens is if you think about it, if price goes down, implied volatility goes up. And if price is going to go lower and we're looking for the move lower, implied volatility is more than likely going to spike up. So we set it up to where we had a little bit of a buffer to come down this way. And that's when we looked and got into um, position then. It's unfortunate I can't show you this here. Kind of annoying. But at the same time, it won't pop up because it expired yesterday. Yeah, I was just messing with it for a second to see if it would. But yes, so why I put calendar, just to really quickly recap. If price goes lower, right, I'll just say price is going to go lower, implied volatility is going to go higher. And I was looking for the SPX to flush, which it ultimately did yesterday. Actually, I'll just pull up this chart here. Whenever we had that flush that we were looking for to happen, in this case, it was this little break. Whenever we got that little flush, we locked up the position down here on the break for that $1.10 of credit. Now, why was I looking for it to flush lower? It was really because the market's extended into resistance, and whenever that ES finally printed that big bearish engulfing candle below the 50-day SMA, which is this blue line when it happened right here. But I will, it's obvious to see that it did break below and then it did rally. But we had a stop above the highs here. So it came down, oscillated a few more, and then we finally got the break, and then that's when we locked up the trade. So nothing overly fancy or snazzy, just the trading the setups over and over, and that is what happened there. Now, as far as the next trade, what was the next one? And this is one we got into position this morning before the market opened. So we were ready to rock and roll before anyone else. So you see, I got into position before the market opened, 25 minutes before they open, and because I'm in Central Time, so 8:30 is when the market opens. I took my kids to school, came home, and I saw the trade set up, and then took entry on it. But you see, I sold the 43.80, bought the 43.90 call, got in for a total of $4.55 of credit. So that's roughly a one-to-one trade. Now, in terms of that one-to-one trade, we got the break lower. That's when I closed it for $2.30, which ended up being almost 340 bucks for the day. So now, why was I leaning short in a market that was obviously we're up quite a bit right now? Well, for me, when I look at the bigger time frame, this is what I was looking to see unfold. And now that it's passed, I was obviously wrong. So this big green candle wasn't like that. I was actually looking for this candle to come up, test half, and then flush lower. However, the market is very strong right now, and so it ripped back up. So that's kind of like what I was looking to see. But whenever price rallied up to the hourly 50 SMA, which is right here, this is when I took entry on the trade. Right, we rallied up to here. That's when I entered short, and all we got was this little dip there. That's where we locked up 50%, and then the market hasn't even looked back since. But that was the trade there. I was actually looking for this to go boom, boom, test, and then maybe start the pullback before potentially going higher. But I was obviously wrong, and the market's going to do what it wants. But I honored my system and got out profitable, and in the end, that's what matters. But that's pretty much it. Got done early pretty much all week, which is nice. The win streak is continuing, and watch, next week is going to be whenever I have to tell y'all I got a loss. And these zeros right here are days that I won't trade because this is the weekend. Didn't trade this day because that's when I was coming back from the money show. That was the weekend, and so on and so forth. But that is pretty much it. If you have any questions about this, um, please feel free to ask questions in the comment section. I'd love to get it, answer your question. If you want to come trade with me, you can. There is a $7 trial that they're putting on right now. I will put the link in the description box. But here are all the trades that I have done. Like here's the one that we did this morning. And then right here, we placed our closing order and then it filled. Or if we keep going up, say we have Allison in here trading too. And then right here, like here's the put calendar spread. And then here's where we closed it up. But you get the point. But if you want to come trade with me here in the Small Account Mentorship at Simpler Trading, click the link in the description box. $7 trial for 30 days if you wish. If not, no big deal. It doesn't affect me at all. But everyone have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. And I will catch y'all next time. Take care.